things one has to do to promote a movie.
Who wants to start? Anybody with questions? Oh, come on. Somebody's got some. It's a hell of a
I
show.
want this thing to work. Testing.
It doesn't work?
Okay, I'll ask one.
Okay.
One of the things I'm always told, and I've always been told, is that, oh, you need to feed dry because wet food sticks to your teeth and the dry kibble is what cleans your teeth. That's
Yeah.
one of the things that I've got.
Yeah, just in case anybody didn't hear her, she said that, she's always been told feed dry because it's better for the teeth than wet, because wet clings to the teeth somehow more than dry does. And so,
You're the
okay, so ultimately,
I would say that's propaganda, but
well, and not only is it propaganda, if Cookie cleaned our teeth, I would happily eat cookies in the morning. Cookies don't clean teeth. As a carnivore, the things that they need to do to clean their teeth is masticate through a prey item. So something like a turkey neck, a chicken carcass, chicken foot, something size appropriate for that animal. Should they cookies, if it cleaned, I would happily have a biscotti to clean my teeth in the morning. A crunchy cookie, a starchy ball, doesn't really clean our teeth now, does it? And we all know that. I mean, you know that eating a cookie doesn't clean your teeth, but when they say it with such, conviction that we have to believe them. It's not true. If it was true, they wouldn't have us that $140 cleaning at 7 years of age.
Yeah. But see, then I also end up saying that, well, I guess mine is not holistic. Also commented when I mentioned about raw, no. And I said about the bones, because my daughter was doing raw, and I said about, I don't know, she gives like those what are the bones, the neck, you put it with she was building. And anyway, I'm like, I don't, she's, oh yeah, you don't want to do that. No, that's not good, because blah, 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 and I'm like,
Yeah, and if I had no experience with something, I might not recommend it either. I mean, ultimately, they're saying that bones could be risky. All food has risk. Peanut butter gets salmonella. So all foods have risk. We have to mitigate the risk by making sensible judgments and using good providers who do use things like bacteriophages or who have processes that ensure that the food has been. But please, Dean, come up. Come on up, Dean. So Dean owns a company called Mountain Dog Food Company. He makes one of the raw pet foods that's distributed, I believe, almost, if not everywhere in Canada. He's one of our fantastic providers.
Thank you. I've been doing this for feeding raw food for about 20 years and making food for other people for about 17 years. And this question is on the top 5 questions. That's probably somewhere between 3 and 5. What gets missed in the conversation is not about the mechanical removal of the plaque. It's about not starting with plaque to begin with. What plaque is a biome. It's a colony of bacteria that create their own little house that they live in. And that is what plaque is. What feeds the plaque bacteria are starches and sugars. So if they don't get the starches and sugars to begin with from the kibble, the plaque doesn't propagate, and if the plaque doesn't propagate, you don't have dental issues. And that whole process doesn't want to be spoke about by the veterinarians or by the pet food manufacturers who make the dry kibble, because that would mean that they are in fact causing the plaque to be created in the first place, given what they're putting into the food. And the veterinarians don't want to talk about it because as a source of income, teeth cleaning is probably becoming one of their best sources.
it is, it's huge.
So by virtue of those two motivations, you will get the kind of information that you're getting, in that it's all about the mechanical removal of the plaque, and it's all about that has nothing to do with it. Once the plaque is there and is started, bones will tend to do some plaque removal, but it has limited capability. It's about not getting the plaque started in the first place.
So in actual fact, I'm guessing, so in actual fact, if you probably had their teeth, see a dog that's 4 years old, if you went, got the teeth cleaned, had the plaque removed, and then switched to raw, you could probably avoid.
Never have to clean the teeth
if you're
again.
not comfortable giving the bones very much, you probably could avoid giving them.
Oh, very much so, yes, yes. If you wanted to feed a ground product after that and not give bone,
Right.
the likelihood of plaque production then is much diminished, and so you could either extend or not have to have that teeth cleaned again.
Depending, of course, on whether or not there was still a colony.
That's right, that's
of
right.
bacteria in that mouth.
Yeah.
And whether it had enough biomass to further create more plaque, because the plaque begets plaque, because the bacteria build these little houses and they can hide inside there, and as long as they're inside there, they will keep propagating and making more plaque. You understand what I'm saying? So if the teeth cleaning was done properly and got rid of all of the bacteria, then, or reduced it to the point where the dog's body could get rid of the balance of the bacteria, then the amount of plaque buildup going forward would be much reduced, or likely none at all. But if that doesn't happen, then it would feeding the raw food would extend the amount of time that you would have between teeth cleans. Does that make sense?
Was the question if feeding kibble removes or
Well,
doesn't
she
have
was
to?
told by her medical
doesn't have-
practitioner. that-
So if you're eating kibble, it doesn't. So basically, if you eat kibble, you should never have your teeth cleaned. Is what she's saying.
Never, but
No. I'm saying that was the
Well,
excuse, saying you should feed kibble
better
because
for
it's better for teeth. So I mean, if you're feeding kibble and the teeth have to be clean, it sounds as though
Exactly.
it's
Makes sense.
just the. Okay.